Are you ready? Okay. I'm going to introduce you to Russ Denny. He is one of the security people that take very good care of us. He'll explain what he's going to do.
Actually, I'm going to explain what you can do so we can do what we need to do, okay? And I am from Simmons Security. The way you identify us, male and female, are by these jackets. We have a little name tag down here with a little badge so you can tell who we are. Now, it's important to you because we want to help you, because after today, you become part of our team. So if you don't know where you're going, if you're lost, if you're confused, or you just have a simple question, we're the people you want to find, okay? And for you parents, I want you to know that we're going to take good care of your people this week, okay? And that's primarily our job. Now for you, you're going to have an opportunity this week to see all kinds of things. You're going to have an opportunity to watch how government works, and if you're just really quiet and you watch and you listen real good, you're going to learn all kinds of stuff. So I'll be seeing you again before the day's over, because I'm going to take your picture, and we'll do that a little later on. And now we'll give you back to Wanda here, who has been a page mom for a long time here, and she's going to take even better care of you than we do. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Russ. Okay, my name is Wanda, and I'm one of the supervisors. Margot is another one that you will meet tomorrow morning, and Liz is the third. And tomorrow morning when you come in, that door will be open, that brown door that's just as you walked into the gallery, that will be wide open, and Liz will be in there, and we call her the ledge dispatcher. So you will have Margot, myself, Wanda, and Liz. Call us by our first name. We like to be relaxed. We want to make this a comfortable week for you. But everyone else you will address as Senator so-and-so or with respect. Now, we've got a large crowd here today, which is wonderful. We hope to have 4 sessions of 4 this week, all morning sessions. So parents, tune in to TVW. Tomorrow it's at 12 noon, but the other 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it will be at 10 a.m. So it's always live on TVW. Now today we've got about 6 things we want to accomplish right away, and then squeeze it into an hour and a half if we can. The first thing is I'm going to give you some most important rules. You've read and digested the book, I'm sure, but we have some very important rules we want you to remember. And then we're going to describe a day in the life of a page. Then we will go down on the floor, and the 12 of you that will be on the floor tomorrow, I will announce your names and you will go with me, and you'll get a feel for the floor, as the rest of you will do before you are expected to actually serve on the floor, just to get a feel for it. So that when you're in your jackets and you're ready to go to work, you've had some experience of going up and down through the desks, knowing that the floor is not level, that it is slanted, and just relax when you have to actually go out on the floor by having a 5-minute experience today. So we'll go on the floor. We'll come back up, we'll go over some more rules and things, dress code, emergency evacuation, and then we will all go over to the Jack building where we will have photos taken of you for security reasons, and only for security reasons. When we leave the Jack building, we will go to our building, new house. We are in B13 basement 13. And there we will talk about the message center, how you will arrive each morning at 7:45 with coming in, getting your jacket on, picking up a schedule, getting over to the table, and being ready to go to work at 7:45. Then we will also photocopy anything that you have brought in the way of a Social Security card or a picture ID that you didn't have a chance to do. And then all that paperwork that was in that forms book, you get to tear out, and there will be 6 or 7 trays there for you to distribute all the paperwork and all the copies of your ID and Social Security card. In addition, when you first step in, you'll go to a couple of tables that have yellow cards. And the yellow card has your name on it, but that's all. And we want you to finish all the information, write all the answers to questions on the yellow card. That's for our emergency information that we need so that we can contact parents or guardians in case we need to. Now, you will have a name tag just like this, and you will have a lapel pin, and that will be with the yellow card, along with the yellow tag with a zip where you can place that on your backpack or purse if you want to bring a backpack. And that will be placed over where you hang up your jackets for the day, and we'll go into more of that later. When you get all of that done, documents and all, we will fit jackets. Now we have jackets from size 4 to 54, 105 of them. So I'm sure we'll be able to find a jacket that will fit you. But as the dress code says, we have a jacket, we keep it buttoned at all times, sleeves are down at all times, and it falls absolutely straight. We have no stress on front or the placket in the back. It falls absolutely straight. So we will all fit jackets. We'll take our jacket back into our room. We'll put our name tag and our lapel pin on it. We will hang it up, and then we'll be finished and you can go home. So think we can do that in an hour and a half or hour and 40? Well, we're going to try, okay? So the very first thing here is that I really should have welcomed you earlier, but I want to welcome you to the Senate Page program. We are unique. We are one of 2 states that still has a complete program like this to offer you, and Virginia is the other state. So we are unique, and this is a great program for your son and daughter to participate in. Now, in the way of some of the most important rules that we want you to remember, the number 1 is we are here to provide you with a wonderful, exciting new experience, but our number 1 priority is to keep you safe. So we want to be sure that you understand 2 or 3 things. Number 1 is never accept anything from anyone that stops you in the hall or when you're going from building to building on the campus. Someone, you're very visible. You got a red jacket on and black slacks, white shirt, and a tie, and what teenager dresses like that? So they know you're a Senate Page. So they're going to stop you and maybe ask directions. If they're simple, you know the answer, be polite and say, yes, that's the building right there, that is the ledge. But you never, never accept anything in the way of a message that they want delivered, a manila envelope, a letter, a package, a flower, a potted plant, box of candy. Doesn't matter what it is, you never accept it from a person that stops you in the halls or stops you on the sidewalks or from building to building on the campus. So that's a very important one. The other one is we do not distribute anything to a House member. That is a representative. The House members are housed in the John O'Brien building, and that's a big 4-story building on the other side of the ledge here. And they have House pages, just like we are the Senate pages. So when you get a document from a senator's office that says that you're going to take it to a representative, you take it down to the first floor of this building, ledge 131, and you step in the door, and quite easy to see is a tray, and it says Senate Pages. Put mail here or whatever, but it says Senate Pages. You will drop your document there, turn around, go back to wherever you are stationed. but you do not take it to the JLOB. Now, you may go into an office and they'll say, this is really important and we need to get it to Representative so-and-so. Please get it over to JLOB. You say, yes, I will. You come back, you get down to the ledge, give it to 131, and they will take it to JLOB. And they do the same thing for us. We're Senate pages, we deliver to senators, they bring their documents to us, and we deliver to the senators. So those are two really important rules that we want you to remember. The other thing is, be sure you understand that when you do go to a building that has a number 362, let's say, what is the floor that you're going to go to in that building?
Third floor.
Third floor. The first number is always the floor. So you have a name which is abbreviated, and you need to learn those abbreviations tonight. This is not the capital, this is the ledge. And on all the documents, the labels will say LEG. And when people are talking to you, they'll talk to you in abbreviations, and it will be, take this to ledge 210. So you learn those, there's just 3 or 4 abbreviations you need to learn. But you just know that whenever you have a document that says Jack 311, you're going to go to the John A. Sherberg building, you're going to go 3rd floor, and then you'll step out and see all the signs both ways that give you directions as to where 311 actually is. Now, when you do that, well, I'll wait for just a minute for that one. Now let's talk about first aid. Only non-prescriptive drug like a Tylenol or an aspirin, or maybe some cough drops or cough syrup if you've had the sniffles, but no prescription drugs are you to bring with you. Now, if you have an EpiPen or an inhaler, yes, and you may carry that with you if that's necessary, but you be sure you tell us. And today, parents just write out a little statement and leave it with the documents that yes, you have your permission to have the EpiPen or the inhaler. And that's perfectly okay, but no other types of medications. Now, we can do something for you. We can give you Band-Aids and moleskin. What do you think that's for? Your feet. Because no one realizes what concrete and marble can do to your feet. When you are on your feet, it was interesting, kids wear these things that tell how many steps they go. And a couple of weeks ago, on Monday, a boy had gone 23,000 steps. Oh, and I said, do you need some moleskin? He said, no, that's why I wore my athletic shoes. And that's perfectly okay. Neat, clean athletic shoes is what we really would like to see you have, rather than something that maybe you're not used to wearing. So, but no drugs of any kind. And the other thing is cell phones. Now, I know that they are part of your whole structure anymore. They are attached to you, I know. But we have a rule, and we ask you to observe this rule, be cooperative, is that you do not have your cell phone on during the morning while you're working, but you have an hour for lunch, and you may turn it on for your hour for lunch. Just text and do whatever, but then turn it off and leave it either in your backpack, your purse, or you can carry it on your person, but please keep it off. Not even on vibrate, you keep it off. If we see that in your hand, in the hall, in the offices of any kind, anywhere, if that comes out of your pocket and is in your hand, then you may not have it until 5 o'clock. So if you think that you just have to have it there in case of emergency, that's okay, but have it off, please. And then during your lunch, it's fine. Okay, what do you do? A day in the life of a page. Now, first thing is that you're dropped off right in front of the Newhouse building. and give yourself enough time, because we would like to have you inside the building, down in the room, your outside jacket off, hung up, your page jacket on, and you seated at the table at 7:45. If you're with a host family, they know the drill. It's okay. But if you're commuting, give yourself enough time so that you're here ready to work at 7:45. We quickly do some last-minute announcements. Be sure you understand the schedule, and you're off to your first scheduled dispatch area at 8 o'clock. Now, what's that mean? That means that some of you will be right there in the page station for maybe the first 1, maybe 2 hours. And we will be answering calls, or we might be working on a project for a senator, or a number of things. Or you might be going to school. You attend school for 2 hours each day, and for us, we're fortunate, school's next door in our building. Next door to us, in the basement of our building, so we don't have to go out in the rain to get there like the house pages do, so we're fortunate. But you spend 2 hours there, and you will learn how a bill is drawn up and presented, because you will write your own bill. You will go through every step. You will go to the JAC building, to the hearing rooms, and you will present that bill, and your peers will vote it. This will all be videoed or televised or something, I don't know, because we watch it sometimes when some of them are giving their bills over in the JAC building. So it's a really interesting experience for you. Gives you a leg up for civics, that's for sure. So then if you're not in school for a couple of hours, you may be over here with Liz at the dispatch station here on the 4th floor of Ledge. And that's what it would say, Ledge, L-E-G. Now, the phone rings. Liz answers, and excuse me a minute, my throat's getting dry. She answers, and she starts writing down. She's going to write down on this yellow log who it is that's calling, their room number, and what their message is. Where do they want somebody to go? So she will give you a little yellow sticky, and it will say JAC 210. That means that JAC 210 needs a page. So you will get the little sticky, and you will leave the building. You will go over to the JAC building. You will go to 210. Now, you will take the stairs from the first to 210 to the second floor, because it is only one flight. If it was more than one flight, you are certainly welcome to use the elevators, and we want you to. Just use good manners on the elevators. Lots of people are using elevators, and you are using the public elevator. But it was only one flight, so we asked you to take the stairs. You go into, you find 210, and you go into 210, and visible right as you step in will be a desk that will have a tray on it, and it will say page pickup. So most of everything will either be a letter, or it will be what we call a mailer, a campus mailer. And the documents are in here. And the very last one is your message, where you are going to take the item. So you read the label, and it says back to Ledge in 316. So you leave JAC, come back here, it's 316, so you get to ride the elevator to the 3rd floor, and then you will find 316. You will go in, and of course, there'll be 2 trays, one that says put, one that says leave. So you will leave this document in this tray, and then you will go back to Liz. So you have made one complete document or message request fulfilled. Is there any questions about that? Now, tomorrow morning, the first 3 groups that she has, she will take you on a mini tour of this building, because this is a very important building, and you will do a lot of servicing in this building, because behind these walls here are offices of senators, and the same thing from the floor. Behind those walls, that area of the floor, are all kinds of offices of senators. They are the leadership. They are the Democratic and Republican leadership of the Senate. Now, if they are not leadership, they're in the Jack building. The Democrats are in the Jack building, and the Republicans are in the Newhouse building. So that's the way things are divided. But these are the leadership, and these are important, and we keep pretty busy with the leadership requests. In addition to that, there's also the room that is 131. And what room is that? That's the House page station, where we're going to take all of the information that we have, documents to representatives, and leave it in 131. There's also a deli on the first floor, and the LIC, which is an information center, and lots of things that you will be active servicing in this building. And Liz will give you a little tour of it so that you'll feel very comfortable with this building tomorrow. So we won't go into too much more of that. Now, you also will have lunch, and like I said, you have 1 hour. That's your hour. You get back to the room, take off your jacket, put your outside jacket on, because when you have that red jacket on, you are a working page. And so now you have the cafeteria over in the Pritchard building, that is the public cafeteria, or the deli on the first floor, or you can bring your lunch, or you can go downtown, because there is 2 blocks down Capitol Way that has about 4 different sub shops and that kind of thing. Tomorrow, we are going to ask you to not go downtown. It's going to be a very different day, and I'm going to explain all of that when we go over the schedule in our room after a while. So be prepared to eat your lunch somewhere on campus tomorrow. After that, it'll be a different story. Then pretty much are going to repeat that situation, being at different places, either with Liz up here in the page room, at school, or you might serve in the dining room. The dining room is the private Senate dining room for just senators. And if you serve in the dining room, it's like being a bus person. You fill water glasses, you might pick up a few dirty dishes and stack them somewhere. You'll replace silverware, whatever. But you will probably be there serving the senators for a good hour and a half, and then your hour, you still get a full hour, and you get to eat anything in it, what you want, what the senators had for their lunch choices. So you get a free lunch for working in the dining room. So that's how your day will go. And at the end of the day, we try to get you back to the room by 5:45 or 5:50, and get you out of your jacket, your outside jacket on, and in front of the building again, so that you can be picked up by 5 o'clock. Any questions about how a day in the life of the page will go? Okay, now we'll go down to the floor, and I'm going to ask let's see, I'm going to ask you, unfortunately I picked up the wrong one, I had it marked. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have you come with me to the floor. Emily M, Claudia, James, A-N-J-A-L-I. How do you say it? Anjali. All right. Benjamin R and Benjamin R. two Benjamins. Oh well. Kathleen, Caleb, Emma, Kristen, Kelly, and Tessa. Okay? You follow me. We're going down the floor. And always walk to the back of the Senate, and always walk in the back of the bookcases. The last 4 stay over here. Sit over there, the last 4. Oh, the rest of you come over this way. The floor slants from the outside in, and from the back it slants forward. So you have to kind of get your sea legs when you're out here. One short, that's all right though. 2 of you go sit in the chairs up there, and the 3 of you sit here. Now, we come over and we will practice at least 20 minutes, if not longer, but at least 20 minutes before the session starts. And we will practice a front delivery, and we will practice side deliveries. Now, this is called the rostrum. And we have a man whose name is Paul. He is the assistant deputy to the Senate, Secretary of the Senate, and he is the person that will always be standing up and splitting copies in equal piles, turning around and heading and giving them to what we call chair 10 and 9. This is chair 10 and chair 9. You will have in your book, you have this, I am pretty sure, and we'll give you another copy of the floor pattern. But all these chairs are numbered. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. So here is the person who will be giving you, and you will serve a paper to every senator, every desk, regardless if they're sitting there or not. Then you have the clerk and the reader and all the different people that serve on the Senate. The president of the Senate is the lieutenant governor, and he will preside over the body of the Senate. Now, as pages, we never walk back and forth in front of the rostrum. Never, never, never. We have a very short time that we are coming this way on it, but we don't walk around or walk in front of it at all. And we never walk up and down this wide aisle. What do you think this wide aisle separates? This is the majority side, which is the coalition, Republican. This is the Democratic minority side, Democrat. And the thing we do is we don't walk this wide aisle. It is more or less for them to use to approach the rostrum if they need to. Now, we do one complete we do one complete circulation here when Paul gives us these papers. So he's going to give each one of these girls half of his stack. And you're going to stand up when you see him coming. So stand up with me. Now, this is number 10. This is number 9. 9 leads off. 10 follows. And 9 is going to go on this side and keep walking to the end and then stop. 10 is going to start right here making those deliveries. She's going to give one here, all the way, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. And then when she gets here, I'm just going to have you stop for a minute, okay? Now, number 9 has to get ahead of 10, and she comes all the way over because she's going to distribute to the Democrats. Stop, just a minute. The first one she distributes to is this one. Turns around, goes behind the bookcases, and takes this aisle here. Now, she has to give one to everybody, so she gives one here and one here, okay? And then she gives one here and one here, but she can't leave this one out, so she has to go one here. Then she turns around And now you go and you give 1 everywhere, all the way to the end, down to the end. When you get to the end, you can stop. 10, you're going to come around the back of the bookcases, and you're going to come right over here, and you're going to give 1 here. Then you're going to turn around, come back here, come down through the bookcases, or from here, and now you're going to give that one and that one, of course. Now you're going to go clear to the end, giving each one a paper, right? All right, go ahead. Now, when number 9 got to the bottom down here, she came to the left, and she gave 2 copies to the press. This is the press desk. 2 copies. Now she's going to do the outside. So she'll do 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, all the way. Now, till she gets to the end, and then she can go over there and sit down. Now, when those 2 stood up and left their chairs, 2 of you go up there and fill the chairs. You 2, yeah, go up and fill the chair. You move down, and 2 of you come over here. Come over here. Behind the bookcases and fill these chairs. 1 complete rotation when we do a front delivery. Okay? Now, you're number 10, you're number 9, 9 leads off. Let's go, hurry. We're going to hurry through this. 9 goes up all the way, 10, you start delivering. Oh, you come this way, leave the extra copies here, and go all the way around there and sit down. Up front, eyes up front. Over here, 2 over here. The two other ones over here. Eyes up front. Always when you're sitting there, eyes up front. Okay, girls, remember you got, did you do this one first? Did you walk behind the bookcases and do this one? And then you turn around. And the first one you did was this one. That's right, then go right down this way. No, you come down this way, all the way, do both of those. Now you do this one. And now you go down and do that. Press desk and the outside. That's right, back and forth. And then extra copies on the extra copy desk. And all the way around, sit over there. Okay. Number 9 leads off. Now you're going to go all the way over there. You're going to start right here. Hit up here. That's right. That's right. Very good. Very good. Get those filled. 2 over there, over here. Good. You're doing fine. That's fine. You're doing good. No, behind the desk or behind the bookcase, all the way. 1 here. Did you do first one here? Okay, 1 here. Turn around. Behind the bookcases. You come down this way. You come down this way. That's right. Don't forget this guy. Run this way. Now, down the way. That's right. No, no, now this way, all the way down. Everybody gets 1. 2 at the press desk. Go all the way around and sit over there. Okay, number 9, lead off. You're the one that's going to go all the way and start over there. Number 10, you're going to start right here. 2 up here. Okay. Lead off 9.
Those few that do have to go through the other house, and then obviously 2 help.
Eyes on the front. Come on, 2 up here.
These are pages. They're just going through their portion.
Very good. Good. Did you give this one first? Behind here. Nope, behind the bookcase. Right here. This one first. Then behind the bookcases again. And then you come down this way. Okay? Okay? Now, where were you? Were you over there? Okay, so you were right here. So you go this way, always to the left, never in front of the rostrum. And then if you have extra copies, we call this the extra copy desk. So they go right here now. Both of you go clear over there. Mm-hmm. Do you feel comfortable? We're going to practice tomorrow, but you understand. Yeah, let's go. Let's go back upstairs. We'll practice tomorrow, but you've got a feel for it now, so you understand it's not going to be that hard for you. See, it'll be really easy tomorrow. Okay. Now we have the dress code. It's very simple. It's black and white. And yet I see suitcases, 2 big old suitcases full of stuff that I tell you, go to host families and I wonder what in the world are in it. You're just going to wear black and white all week. But we've got to have our teddy bears, you know, and our pillows. But anyway, it is a strict dress code. And we want you to follow it without any problem. It is black slacks, black shoes, black socks or stockings, a white tailored blouse and a white shirt, and a black tie with no color or pattern. And then we furnish the jacket. So, the Senate wishes that all the pages look uniform. We all look alike. And it's not a week to make a fashion statement because we're all going to be very uniform in our look. Very neat and very classy. You're in the Senate. Does anybody have any questions about it? It's very well documented in your book, and we have it on the bulletin board, so in the room you can refresh by looking at it if you choose. If there's any questions that I can answer here or in the room, don't hesitate to ask, okay? So we want everybody to be comfortable with it. The last thing before we go over to the Jack building is evacuation. We want you to feel comfortable and prepared in case the whistles and lights start blasting away in here. We know we need to evacuate the building. So out of the building as quickly and as safely as you can. The exits will be either the front or the back one that we go out when we leave here and go to the Jack building. You will want to go to that large World War I memorial. Did you see it in the center? It's in the big circle, and it's the angel hovering over the soldiers in the big circle out here, just to the left of the Capitol. When you were coming up, you probably noticed it. We want you to take that, what they call the South Venue. It's the street that's kind of crosswise this way. Go down that street, and it's a wide open lawn there. About halfway down, get into that wide open space and wait for security and state patrol and the 3 people that are in charge for you with you. But no kidding, we want you to have that in your head where you are to go in case of evacuation. I was here with 12 kids on this floor out there in that hall when the earthquake hit in 201. There was no place to duck and cover. We just rode it out. Security was, and the minute things happened, it was black as night in this thing. You could not see your hand in front of your face. But security was right there with flashlights, got us out of the building, and our kids knew exactly where to go. And they went there, and we had 32 kids that week And we had all noses counted in 4 minutes.
Oh.
And there was not another group on this campus that knew what to do. Pretty soon they were joining us. And that's why they decided to make this venue in this area. We were where stones couldn't find us because coming off the building or anything else, we were in wide open lawn. So be sure you get it in your head where that evacuations area is, the World War I Memorial, the Angel. Because sometimes I walk down there and show you, but it's stormy out there today. We're going to make it just over to Jack Building and to our building and not take any more time out in that stormy weather than we have to. So with that, we will go to the Jack Building. Now, if it's at all possible, I'd like for the pages to fall in behind me as much as possible. There's a couple of times I stop and show you and talk to you just a moment or two, but there's a crowd of us, so if that doesn't happen, that's okay. I want to point out the elevator, the public elevator you use, and this north exit, okay? Kristen, which is it? Kristen, okay. Kelly and Tessa. Okay. There we go. Picture time.
They're being arrested.
First thing, pick up a schedule.
Well done, thank you.
So, pick up a schedule, go over, pick up your yellow cards, start filling them out, and then disperse the papers in the files, okay? Come on in, we got things to talk about too. Here is the schedules. Now, if you are number 6 on the schedule, you will be number 6 all week, although every day your schedule changes. But you see this little center here with all the little cubbies in it? This is your message center. If you're number 9, okay? Now, over there in the table, you will find the yellow card, your name tags. Go start filling out the yellow card. Parents, come in. Now, while you're filling out the yellow card, also, we are going to talk about the schedule. We learn to do 2 things at once. Everybody in. Come on in. Everybody in. Pages over by the tables. Parents, come in. Make yourself at home. This is where on Friday you can pick them up down here, or they can wait for you upstairs with the security guard. The security person right inside the door so they don't stand in the rain, but you will pick them up at this building on Friday, 5 o'clock. And parents, if there's for any reason that you need to have early dismissal on Friday, simply tell me today or no later than Wednesday. Might have a special function you have it going on in family or school. You might like to beat the traffic. I don't care what the excuse is. If you want early dismissal, just tell me, okay? But I do have to know so I can schedule both their school before they leave and know that they are going to be leaving early.
So only on Friday?
Only on Friday unless there's a special reason.
But I mean, so pick up the other days. You said only here on Friday. What about the other days?
Always here, but out in
okay.
front. They wait for the host families out in front.
Okay.
And they're picked up right out in front.
Okay.
They drop them off and pick them up right in front. Yeah. Pardon?
If they take the bus, they can just go to the bus.
Do they know where they're going to be going and everything? Whatever time they need to get that bus, we will release them. So just tell me. Yeah. All right. Got your yellow cards, kids? Now, look at your schedules for a minute. Look at your schedules for a minute. Where are you going to go if you have a P in your name at 8 o'clock?
Page room.
Right here in the page room. You stay right here. If it's LEG, ledge, what do? Where are you going if it's LEG?
Legislative building.
Legislative building. Where? What floor? Look at your key. Doesn't say, does it? Ledge is 4th floor, up there with Liz. 4th floor, Liz. Okay? Then, if it's SG, it means that you are going to be in the South Gallery. South Gallery was where we were today. North Gallery was right across. When you are in the gallery, you are with the security people that are at the door. Now, people come to the door and say, I want to see Senator so-and-so, he's in room whatever. The security person cannot leave the door because they have people coming and going all the time visiting the gallery. So you, as a page, will take that constituent, that person, down the back hall you will escort them to the office of the senator in which they have an appointment or choose to go see. So you are in the gallery, either on the south side or the north side. If you have D in your schedule, what is it? What are you going to do if it's D as in dog?
Senate dining room.
Senate dining room. Okay, you will go down there at 11:30, and probably by 1:15 you'll be finished, and you will have your hour and have your lunch then. Now, unlike most days, we are going to have the Senate floor at 12 noon. They're calling this the Senate Family Day, and that means that most of the senators, I guess, are going to bring their families. So we're having it at a different time, not at 10, but at noon. So that means that if you're on the floor, we're going to be doing some training, going over rules of the floor in here first, then going over to the floor and running through all of that front delivery again and the side deliveries, which we didn't do, and we'll be practicing. Then we're going to come back here, and you have to take an early lunch. Your lunch, if you're on the floor at 12, is going to be at 11. So your lunch is at 11, 45 minutes, I'm sad to say, so don't leave the campus. Eat either at the cafeteria, the deli, or bring your lunch. Because you got to get back here by 11:45, get into your jacket, get all spruced up, and get over to the floor by 10 minutes of 12, because we might have papers to pass out even before the Senate is called into action. So that's why you're having an 11 o'clock lunch. The rest of the people have a 12 o'clock lunch. Now, if you have S in your name, what are you going to do? Where are you going if you have S in your name for 2 hours? You're going to school, so you understand that. Is there any question about the schedule? You can take this home, just bring it back. I do have a few extras. On the back is a map. And I know you're smarter than I am, because I've been here 28 years and I don't understand it. But anyway, I'm sure you will. But it is very helpful to young people.
If you understand.
But it is. So there's a map on the back for you to help you a little bit, okay? Any other questions about the schedule? Okay, parents, do you have the forms? Over here on the desk, there are 6 or 8 trays, and you can rip out the forms and put them in the tray that it is labeled. I-90, W-2s, fact sheets, whatever. All that stuff goes in the trays. If you are carrying an EpiPen or an inhaler, please write a statement for us. Put the yellow cards on the desk also. You have some too?
I have an APN associate.
Okay. Copy. Here you go.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Can we do passport and social security
Uh-huh.
number? Okay.
Do you need an insurance card too, or?
Nope, just those two, is all we need. Okay, why don't you take your jacket off and let's get a jacket fitted. Is this yours? Mhm. You got something? Well, you know what? I'm going to sell this for $1,000. You know why? Because it's unsigned.
Oh.
Go sign it.
Can I copy this as well? Sorry.
Sure. Oh, whose is this? That's his, isn't it? I'll wait for him to bring his signed Social Security card.
Thank you for checking.
Yeah. You know, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Carry around one unsigned.
I don't even carry mine anymore, so it's
No,
like-
I don't either. I don't carry
forgot
mine
what it
anymore
even looked
either.
like.
Here we go.
Once you're young, you don't have it memorized yet.
I brought multiple things because
Okay. Just
as
we'll
evidence
copy them
applied
all.
for a social security
That's good.
or a replacement as
A
well.
replacement, yeah.
Oh, I would start in the 46 maybe, and you want an L if they've got it for long.
They don't have any cells.
They don't have any
What's R? What's R stand?
regular.
This is one.
There is one, but it's already.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Another.
Yeah, I'm pretty legit. How is this? Oh, that was way too big. We do 44. 44 L.
His name's Owen James on this gate, and in all his things, is that okay?
No,
That's
we'll
fine.
change it tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll get him corrected name tag and everything, but have him use it today on his jacket so that you have the ID.
Okay, thank you.
I'll show you the ID.
Okay, thanks. Okay, you can put it right there.
You're getting it. That's the one. That's the one.
Anything else?
Yes,
This, okay.
just grab something that looks your size and try it. If it doesn't work, go to the next one.
Yes.
Oh, I'll put that. Their name tags on there?
Right, but I have to okay the jacket first.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, turn around. That's good. Turn around.
No, I was off.
That's good.
Try 40.
Turn around, that's, oh, that's one of those puckery things in back. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, if you've got your jacket, take it in the other room, put your names on it. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, leave the black hanger in here and put your jacket on a white hanger. Yes, right over there on the desk, it says put yellow tags here.
These yellow
Oh,
tags?
no, these are for your backpacks.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's for your backpacks. You bring those tomorrow. Okay. One more thing. I got some parents out there in the hall.
Yeah, one more thing.
Pages, before you leave, pick up one of these. This is a penny that's smashed, and it's got a little history there, and it's a gift for you from the gift shop. Now, the gift shop will give you a 10% discount all week long in anything and everything you purchase there. And parents, it is a 10% discount for you also. So anytime that you're here this week, you identify yourself as a Page parent and you also get a discount. So here is would you prefer I just put them in your box after you leave today? I think it might be easier, but you will have a discount coming, and I'll put them all in your boxes after you leave today.
Thank you.
One more thing. Early dismissal. Is there anyone Friday that has the request for an early dismissal on Friday afternoon? We do. Okay, then check with me before you leave. The other thing is if anyone would like to volunteer For dining room, that's another thing I need to know in advance so that I can put you on the schedule. So dining room and early dismissal, I need to know. Do I have questions? This is a lot of material you've had today. Those are for your backpack. If you don't have one, that's fine, just keep it.
Would you know when they're going to be, when they would be on the floor?
10 o'clock on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but noon tomorrow.
Okay.
And it'll be those 12 that went down. They will
Right.
be the 12 at noon tomorrow. Others will be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Everybody will be on the floor probably twice during the week.
Would you know the day before?
Oh
or-
yeah,
Okay.
they'll have the schedule posted the day before.
Okay.
If they're on, and everything is posted always the day before. Any other questions?
Could I volunteer for the state dining room, for the Senate dining room
Yeah.
on Tuesday?
Me as well.
Yep. What's your name?
Harris Gardner.
Okay, Harris. Anybody else?
I will.
Name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Michaela.
Michaela. Okay.
I'll do it Tuesday.
Oops, excuse
I'm so
me.
sorry.
Okay. I'll just put your name down. I have to, one train, see, there's 2 people in there. One of them will stay on Tuesday and train the new one. And that one will stay and train the new one. And that one, because the dining room only wants to train one time. And then the page trains from there on, okay? Got it? If you understand it, I don't. Okay, if there's no more questions, you're free to go. And if you have one you want to ask me privately, then stick around. Otherwise, we're finished, and we did it before 3:30. Thank you very much for your cooperation. You were a fine group.
Can I do the lunchroom
Okay,
dining room?
I'll just put your name down.
Elizabeth, ALI.